Today, we're diving into Pride Flags in Provo, BYU Honor Code drama,
plus Dakota's final strike and why Taylor better run, not walk.
Buckle up. It's Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Season 3, Episode 8.
This is First and Feral, Utah Unfiltered. Utah born, chaos sworn. No filters, no fluff, just real voices and wild stories from the Beehive State.
This episode is the Book of Awakening, and it starts with Jesse and Jordan discussing still this situation with Dakota and Leanne's friend, which we still don't know who that is.
No. And Jesse basically is saying, we have to tell Taylor. I'll give him a couple days, but I've got to tell Taylor.
Yeah, she said, I can't see her and not tell her. I can't just ignore it. But then I was confused because it said, Jesse said something to Jordan, it's been 2 years or something, and you haven't told Taylor yet. And I was confused by that because I'm like, okay, did the texting between this family friend happen 2 years ago or
Oh, I didn't catch the 2 years part. He said that?
Yeah, there's something about it's been 2 years and he still hasn't decided to tell Taylor. Jesse said that
I don't know.
That Dakota has waited that long. And so, because Jordan was like, well, Dakota's going to tell her. And Jesse's like, yeah, but it's been 2 years and he still hasn't told her.
I didn't catch that. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
So I was really confused by that.
Yeah, that is confusing.
Yeah.
It clips to Taylor and Dakota looking at pictures from Stagecoach. Oh.
And they do look really cute. They do.
I know. And Taylor's so excited they're getting along. And your heart is just shattering for her because she doesn't know yet.
Yeah. And she's just I'm really just living in the moment right now. And it's this moment that is just not actually true, which is heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
and
is
then
going on with Dakota? Why is he loves her?
Idiot.
He really does love Dakota. I really believe that. Why is he so toxic though? Why does he choose these other
this might be controversial, but I never liked Dakota. I
know
thought
he didn't.
Pushback from the beginning, and a lot of people like him. I know you like him. You just don't like him with Taylor. But I do not. Again, I don't get the draw to these men. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Yeah, I don't like Dakota. He just seems like an idiot. He's not thinking with his head. That's for sure.
No, it's whatever is available. He's almost just so easily distracted. And so whatever is in his face at the moment, that's what he's going with, which is so sad because he has no loyalty at all.
No. And I think he really does love Taylor. I think he wants to be with her. So I'm you idiot, then what are you doing? He's such an idiot. I don't know. But he alludes to the fact that Taylor said, I love you at Stagecoach. And Taylor says, no, I didn't say that. I said, I will always love you. But I'm is that any different? It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Then it goes to Whitney and Connor, and they're in the park with their kids. Did you hear Whitney is talking to her baby? In the weirdest voice ever. She was very weird.
I didn't notice. This
is almost a deep voice, I don't know. You should go back and listen to it. It was hilarious.
No, that's funny. I always worry though, when videos of talking to your kids, you're oh, what?
Yeah. Troy hates the baby talk so bad. He can't stand it. Yes. So I never actually really was super baby talky, and Troy never.
Oh, interesting.
But Whitney, you have to go back and watch because Connor's holding the baby and she gets in his face, and you know how you're just ooh, you're so cute.
Yes,
she's in a monster voice, rah, rah, rah. It's I don't even know how to explain it. You have to just go see it.
funny. I'll have to go back and watch that scene.
Yeah.
It's the morning after the season 2 reunion. So Whitney's saying she has an emotional hangover because the season 2 reunion filming was so emotional. Nick, if you remember though, we've said this before. I've said this in previous podcasts. Nick went hard on Whitney in that reunion. Like he went after her. If you're on Nick's side, he does not go lightly with you. Like he went hard on her. So I could understand why she feels like she has an emotional hangover from that.
She said, like, I feel like the odd man out, and she's kind of mad that Demi's not there. Because Whitney is taking the heat for Demi and like having to answer for her.
Yeah, she took the brunt of it for sure. And I thought that conversation between them was interesting because I could start to see Connor already questioning Demi in that conversation between him and Whitney. Like he says something to the effect of, after seeing the recordings or hearing the recording of Demi coaching Jen and after the text messages, he has a hard time believing her.
Yeah, Connor is just like, I honestly don't believe her. He's saying that she needs to make it make sense because all of these things that Nick brought up and the other women were bringing up to Whitney's attention, they don't make sense. And Whitney, I think that's too why Whitney's so upset is she's like, I knew nothing about this, so I couldn't really fully defend Demi either. Like it doesn't look good.
No, it didn't. It didn't look good. And basically Whitney, though, still kind of taking Demi's side, says, I need to talk to Demi. Like me and Demi have to have a conversation and I got to get to the truth of it, which I mean, I appreciate, like she at least.
Yeah. I mean, good friend for her to say like, I can't speak on this. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good rather than making something up, but it still feels like a slap in the face because she's like, I've been defending you and you haven't been totally honest with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Whitney was saying that was the first time she had seen the text messages or heard the recording of Jen. So that would be like, whoa, like I don't know how to respond to this. Poor Whitney. She did kind of take her heat. Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me feel for her in that moment. And then it cuts to Mikayla wanting to work on the issues with Jace, and they go to couples therapy.
So Mikayla said, like, on an emotional level with Jace, it's hard to be vulnerable, but then also on an intimacy level, it's hard to be present in her body when they're having sex, which broke my heart because she's doing the act to keep Jace happy, but then she's in her head somewhere else, which is heartbreaking because in that moment, women do have to be very connected with their mind and body.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So for women, it is very
be somewhere else.
I know. And sad for Jace to hear that too.
Yeah. Yeah. This situation is hard. I feel like Jace, though, like he seems so genuine and so cute and really wants to help her. Like he comes across just like so in love with her and like,
I know,
I'm ready to work through it with you. You can see it's hard on him, but I feel like he's being so patient and so kind.
Yeah. When they leave couples therapy, Jace is walking her out to the car and he's like trying to be so supportive, like, hey, we're going to do whatever it takes to get this fixed. I'm here with you. And she literally says again, okay, love you. And she wants to shut the door on him. Like she just shuts right down.
Mm-hmm. I think she said something to the fact of it's easier to just push it away than deal with it. And that's what she does. She just shuts down, pushes it away.
Yep.
And then
Jace was just trying to tell her, like, I'm here, we're going to fix it. And I, whenever you're ready to talk.
Is this the scene too where she says, I can feel you want to keep talking about it, but I can't. I don't want to keep talking about it. Or does she say that? I don't know if
she says it that in that scene. I think she does say it in this episode. Yeah. But she literally just shuts the car door on him like, okay, love you. Thanks. And it's like, she can't be vulnerable. She just literally takes like her emotional state from getting too deep to just right back to surface level. Like, okay, we're not dealing with it.
Yeah, it's crazy to watch. You wonder if her watching it back though will be good for her to see that.
Yeah. Yeah. She probably will be able to see like what Jace is talking about.
So then it's Macy and Jacob talking about the Pride event that they're putting on. Macy is talking about how much she hates Dakota.
Yeah. And Macy does bring up like, hey, we are a part of the LDS church, but we're not supporting the stance that the church has on the LGBTQ community, which I think is big. So I didn't actually see that they, like in Utah, I didn't see that they put on this event.
I remember seeing photos, but I just assumed it was like the Pride event in Salt Lake or something. I didn't.
Oh, yeah, because there is a big event in Utah for that.
Yeah, I didn't know they posted it, which was cool. It seemed like she was doing it in honor of Jacob's cousin, who is still in the closet. Is that how you understood it?
No, I think that he's probably come out and they're just wanting to support him, is what it sounds like.
But he was he still going to BYU? That's what I was confused about. Because they have a conversation later.
She did say that.
Yeah, the BYU honor code. Obviously, you can't like the same sex. Macy talks about being able to relate to him because she got pregnant while she was at BYU, which is against the honor code. So I wondered if I took it he's still at BYU but hasn't like outed himself there.
He is feeling like fearful that he's gonna be kicked out of school.
Yeah, I
didn't catch that he still might be dealing with it. But she did say like BYU rules are outdated and they need to adapt to the times because students are living there in fear just like she was, right? Pretending not to be pregnant to finish her degree. They shouldn't live in fear of loving someone else. That's what she said.
I'm sure there's a lot of that at BYU, though. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the actual honor code is at BYU, and I'm sure the guidelines are, I don't know. We'd have to look at what the honor code is.
So I did not go to BYU. I went to UVU for a short time, but I lived in BYU housing, and our rules were we could not have boys in the house past the kitchen, which was meaning like they couldn't even use the bathroom in our apartment and they could not come to the bedroom.
There's no way that's getting kept in college. And also, how are they like, it's just an honor code, I guess. So not really.
Well, so that's what I was going to tell you is Troy would come and hang out and like all of my girlfriends, we had guys in the house that would sleep over or whatever.
Yeah.
And the 6 of us were close. So we were like, oh, just won't tell on anyone. Well, our neighbor ended up telling on us that like a boy was walking out of our house one morning. And so she had told the apartment complex that the guy slept over and we got a warning that we would have been kicked out. So, I mean, there's
the tattle
that are like, what are they doing in that bedroom? They shouldn't be, you know?
I never knew that.
We never did get kicked out. But that was the rule, at least in the housing.
You got a warning, though?
I did get a warning, yes. Yeah, I know.
That's so funny.
It's funny. But this episode does focus on the LGBTQ community because the next scene is Jen going to Dancing with the Stars. She got accepted.
With Ezra.
Her partner is Ezra. And he is an ex-Mormon.
Did you realize he was from Utah? I didn't realize that.
No, I had no idea.
Another one from Utah. So crazy.
Yeah. See, the dancing community here.
Yeah,
it's unreal. Huge. Yeah. So Ezra talks about that though, of like he's just saying it was hard for him to live in Utah and hard for his family. And his family has now left the LDS church because they're supporting Ezra. Which I think you hear of a lot. If you have a child in that LGBTQ community, you probably have a hard time like actually attending church and hearing that they're not supporting your child.
It would be hard. It would be really hard.
Yeah. But Jen also talks about her side of it of saying like, well, I'm just trying to come to terms with like where I'm at because why does God care that I'm actually wearing garments?
Yeah, she says I'm in the middle of a faith crisis is what she calls it. And she feels like she has to act a certain way, which she doesn't like. It's interesting because I feel like everybody goes through that a little bit in their life, right? Yeah. I related to her in that scene a lot because she talked about, like, I believe Jesus Christ loves everyone regardless of if they're wearing garments or, you know, it'll be interesting to watch her go through this journey on screen. Especially because in the beginning, I felt like they portrayed her and Zach as one of the stronger LDS couples.
Devout member.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think, like, personally, I would have called me. I haven't, like, left the church. I'm just not active. But I also don't know if I would go back and, like, renew a temple recommend or something like that. So, but I don't feel like I would have called it a crisis.
Yeah. No, I don't know that I would have used those terms. And I don't necessarily, I think she's just struggling in her faith is what she, I think is what she meant by that. That's how I took it.
Yeah. But then Ezra tries to, like, comfort her and just said, you'll kind of figure it out. God doesn't give you something you can't handle.
Yeah, he was cute in that moment. I felt like he was very supportive and excited for her to go on Dancing with the Stars. And
yeah,
I
like, because I didn't realize that she started Dancing with the Stars, I guess, practicing pregnant. That's a lot for her.
Oh, she
and
was,
to be doing it.
She probably was just trying to get in shape because she literally went on the show 6 weeks postpartum.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? There's no way. Like, I'm still at 6 weeks postpartum on every child. I was still in, like, a dark fog. Like, no idea what day it was. I can't imagine going on a show 6 weeks postpartum and watching her dances. Then watching her dances, I was like, oh, Lordy, like, you just had a baby. You shouldn't be doing those splits. Like,
right. Yeah. I know. Good for her.
She's so cute. And then it goes to the photo shoot with Forever, his 1-year-old photo shoot with Taylor and Dakota. And again, it's hard to watch. It's almost cringy to watch because we know what Dakota did and Taylor doesn't know yet. And yeah, she just basically talks about not thinking about the past or the future. She's just in the present and they're getting along. And so she's just going to go with it. And
and she says, like, Dakota has told me there's no lies and no secrets. So my heart really wants this to work. And then there's a spot where Dakota says, I just really yearn to be with Taylor. And it's like, okay, do ya? Like, you have literally keep on breaking her
heart. Her over a million times.
Yeah. I was mad at him.
I also, though, Taylor's so cute. She's way too good for Dakota.
Yes.
Way too good for him. Like, I don't understand. She could do so much better.
Yeah.
It's
She's
like
gonna find her love match on The Bachelor.
Yes.
Whitney is meeting for Demi for dinner to get some information about. She's wanting some explanation on what Jen brought up in the reunion and what they're talking about in the text.
Which Demi still claims that she didn't go to the season 2 reunion filming because she chose family over filming. I'm like, bullshit.
She did say that. Yeah, I chose family over the reunion, and I'm like, no, you ran from your problems. That's all it came down to. Yeah. That was convenient that you had a long-time family vacation planned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But what I thought was funny was Demi was just like, or not Demi, Whitney was stressing about the dinner, and she's like, hopefully it goes well. Bless the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, she's like this.
I was like, oh my gosh. Like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's so funny because I also catch myself saying it like, please bless this goes well.
I do too all the time. I do it all the time.
Yeah. Yes. I think it's like Utah thing.
It is. Yeah. I always say that. Please bless, or like, Lord, please bless. Like,
yeah. Please bless today goes well. Yeah.
Whitney, though, like, the more, so I feel like Whitney did a good job of questioning her. Like, she asked about the text message. She asked about the pet name, which was new. Did you catch they like bleeped out the pet name? Why were they bleeping it out?
Oh no, they were bleeping out Demi's daughter's name.
Oh, Maud. Okay.
I don't know her name. Do you?
It's Maud.
Oh yeah, they were bleeping out Maud's name. But she said basically Maud made up that name because she couldn't see the text message and thought it said Martino. And so then he got called Martino Baby. That was his nickname. And I was like, okay, how old is Maud? Like, she's not that old. One, can she read?
So. True.
Can she read? And why would she even know, like, what a Martino is or, like, martini? Like, That was a very weird excuse for
me. It was very weird, and it was like new information. That didn't come up on the pet name didn't come up on the reunion, if I remember right. So that was new news. And also, Whitney just kind of sat back and was just like, I don't, like, you could tell she was like, I'm not buying this. Like, none of this makes sense. Also, why would you share a picture of your daughter? Why would you even share your daughter at any point with someone that's sexually assaulted you?
Exactly.
You would not.
Exactly. Her response was like, you know that I send explicit texts. I'm flirtatious and I'm crude with all my friends. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, that's weird.
Yeah. No, that's a terrible excuse. You don't talk to your friends like that. You don't send eggplant emojis.
Yeah. Like, I feel, yeah, they definitely crossed the line. And so they have, she's comfortable talking to him about these things because something happened between them.
Yeah. Yeah. She also claimed that Brett knew everything. Brett knows everything and he's okay with it.
He's not stoked. He's not stoked about the conversations, but he knew. He even felt bad for him at one point because Marciano said he didn't have groceries and Brett said, oh, we should just DoorDash him some food.
No. What husband is going to be like, yeah, I'm okay with those text messages?
Well, what husband is going to say, yeah, let's DoorDash food to a guy that we're going to say sexually assaulted you?
Yes. It's so odd. She's not backing down, though. She's just like doubling down on this lie. I feel like it's just like getting worse and worse and worse.
But did you hear, like, okay, so Demi is very manipulative. Like, she manipulates the conversation.
Absolutely.
To where at the very end of the conversation, Whitney says sorry to her. I'm sorry.
Did?
Yes. And I wrote it down like Whitney says sorry. Because, like, don't you think Demi should be saying, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you all the details and that you were in the hot seat at the reunion?
Yes. Yes. Thank you for, like, backing me. And
she got it turned on her.
Master manipulator.
She is.
Yeah.
100%.
Wow.
Yes. She, like,
I did not catch that.
I honestly feel like she gaslights because she creates a scenario and makes that person believe that's what happened. She really does.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I was putting myself in, like, Whitney's shoes or, like, Jesse's shoes when she had the conversation with Whitney. I would want nothing to do with it. Like, Demi is so defensive, and, like, you can't just have, like, a back and forth conversation. And I think in the next episode, we can talk about this too, but Whitney talks about how they just need to, like, sit down and try to understand each other and not necessarily win. I'm like, it's Demi that's that way, though. Like, Demi is the one that's like, no, I'm right. I'm winning. I don't want to understand your side. It's totally her. So I'm like, why are you, like, Demi needs to have that attitude too.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's crazy. I wouldn't want to talk to Demi. She scares me.
Yeah. She doesn't back down. No.
No.
So when she did say, I'm not one to run away from confrontation, I face my issues, she was talking about missing the reunion and, like, that the family vacation was accurate.
Planned over it.
Yeah. But so when she was saying that, I was like, well, you're not wrong in that, but I do think that you didn't get in the hot seat with Nick
for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she purposely chose to miss that reunion for sure. Yes. Did you think it was interesting that Jesse invited Chase and Kate to the pride party? Why do we keep inviting them?
Do you think it has something to do with Layla being with Mason? Like, they're like, oh, yeah, just bring her. Or do you think they're really friends with Kate?
I mean, they claim to be friends with Kate, but I'm like...
Yeah.
Chase has got to go. Like, Chase, you got to go. And I also thought it was interesting. We've never heard from Taylor's ex-husband.
We have seen him on some of her TikToks.
The old ones, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, he is out. He doesn't show up for things.
Which maybe after, like, everything that went down, he just, like, shut off all social. He probably would.
Well, why would he be friends with Chase even, though?
I said it would be. There's all these other people that are involved that would be interesting to hear from. I don't know.
Well, the girls do keep saying Chase is here for the clout. He's only here to like have something to talk about on his podcast or whatever.
Yeah. Well, he's getting it. They're giving it to him.
Yeah. Swig was there. Did you see Swig?
Yes, and Taylor was eating funeral potatoes too.
She was?
Yeah,
oh shoot, I didn't.
Yeah, she was eating, and someone said, "What are you eating?" And she's like, "Funeral potatoes," and I was like, "Yes,
yes,
love the funeral potatoes." But Chase apologized to Taylor. He does apologize to Taylor.
Yeah, he says like majority of our friendship has been good shit. So let's ignore the rest. I don't want to argue with you, which was nice.
Yeah. And I feel like Taylor's pretty good about just like letting stuff go. She's like, this guy's going to be around. I guess we'll just go with it.
Yeah, I did think that.
It shows Layla talking about how she's dating Chase's brother and how she went for the wrong brother first.
Well, she also says before that statement, she says, it's been a long time since I dated Chase anyways. I mean, it's been a whole year. A year? That's not that long. You think that's a long time?
No, and she slept with him.
Yeah.
Regardless of the time frame, that's weird. And a year is not a long time. No, a year goes by like that.
Exactly. Like, I was like, wait, what? 1 year is a long time, and now you're just trying out.
He's not old enough yet to realize how fast the years actually go.
That's probably true. Yeah, but she just tried out the wrong one first.
Yeah,
she should have went for Mason, because she did say Mason was like attracted to her, and she went with Chase.
Yeah, she said that Mason told her that he was really like eyeing her, like he was gunning for her in the beginning, and then she ended up going with Chase, which is it's just weird. The whole thing's weird. It's really weird. Mason's cute though. His little brother is cute. I get the drop to him.
No, I think Chase and his brother are cute.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't like Chase's attitude. That's what I don't like about him. But his face is cute.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Agreed. Just like if you just looked at Chase, attractive, but then he talks and you're like,
then you're
not attractive.
Walk away from that.
Sad.
Oh, Chase, you're just there for the drama. Connor wants like the tea on what happened between Whitney and Demi at dinner. He's funny about it. He's like, okay, do tell. Like he literally sits down like a girlfriend and is like, tell me everything.
Well, it felt like what I would be with you. Like if you went to dinner and I'd be like, okay, tell me everything that happened. Yeah, that's
exactly.
What it felt like.
Reminded me definitely of that. And so Connor is just like, this is really odd behavior from Brett. Like being accepting of Marciano, because from a husband's standpoint, if someone sexually abused Whitney, he's like, I would not be responding the way that Brett is.
No.
That's why it's just so weird.
Yeah. And Whitney in that scene does say like her gut is telling her something's off and that she feels like Demi is not being 100% honest with herself. But and then I'm like, Whitney, why are you not telling Demi that? Why does Whitney not say like, I feel like you're not being 100% honest with yourself? Why does she not say that to her?
I literally don't know.
I feel like people are afraid of her, which I'm not saying I wouldn't be either. I would be too. But like, someone needs to tell her. Someone needs to say that to her face.
Yes. But for me, his whole excuse is I engaged in conversation with Marciano so that nothing would come out. And it's like, hold on. Like, why were you protecting Marciano then?
I actually had that question. Like, I do not understand. Because it's not like Marciano would just like out himself and be like, I sexually assaulted Demi. Like, I don't know why she's so worried about it coming out from his side. Because it's not like he would come out with it on his own anyways. If it really did happen.
I don't get it. I don't get what she's trying to say.
I don't either. I had that same question. I was like, I don't understand why she is saying I stayed close to him so it wouldn't come out. That makes no sense to me.
It makes no sense to me either.
Yeah. In the conversation with Whitney and Connor, though, Whitney says, am I being played right now? And it clips to Connor, and Connor's face, like, you could tell he wanted to be like, yes, you are being played. Like, his face just said it all. He didn't actually say that, but you could tell on his face he was just like, yeah, you are.
Why are you believing her? That's so funny. Demi also sent a video of Maud praying.
Yeah.
And so Connor is like, wouldn't you keep your children so far away from someone like that? Like, this is a bizarre behavior.
It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. And then she argues the fact of like, well, I'm a victim and like, you don't know how you would act when you're a victim. And it's like, I feel like she says that because she knows nobody can argue with that. Like, well, yeah,
yes.
I don't know. Did you see the clip of Jace washing
he was blow drying Mikayla's hair?
Yes.
Yes. And I literally was like, okay, like he evidently washes her face, washes her hair, blow dries it. I'm like, why am I not getting this treatment? I need someone to blow dry my hair. I hate blow drying my hair.
Same.
I wrote it down like, that looks nice.
I know. Jace, could you come train our husbands? Wash our face at night, blow dry my hair. But I'm also like, he treats her like a freaking princess.
He does.
He is so,
that. Yeah, he is so patient with her.
He's so good to her.
Yes.
Or it seems that way, I guess we should say.
Yeah. Mikayla sits down on the bed and she's like, man, it's really hard to breathe these days. And I like felt that because when you're pregnant and like after like 6 months, you literally like, well, we talked about it even just from the beginning, you're breathing hard, but then it gets to a point where like you fully can't take a deep breath.
No, it's like you can't catch your breath. It's just everything's just sitting right there.
Yes. And Mikayla talks about she's nervous about giving birth because she's heard that birth will bring up trauma. And like, so her body could be very tensed up and like tight because of trauma. And so that's scary for her, which is heartbreaking. She talks about her abuse more in this episode. And I was a little bit confused because she went to 6 years old of being abused. And then she talks about being abused at 15 years old. But then last episode, we heard 8 years old and they even put up the 8-year-old picture. So do you feel like it started at 6 and it's just gone on for years? Or
no, it's confusing too because we still don't know who it is. So was the abuse at 6 and 8-year-olds the same person that abused her again at 15? I don't know. It's there's a lot of questions around it. I also, obviously, I've never been a victim, thankfully, of something like this. But it's confusing to me why she wants to protect the person that did it. She's very protective of them.
Yeah, so it doesn't sound like Jace even knows who it is, and maybe not her family. So what I took from that, and this is just my own outside opinion, is that she's terrified because it must be like someone close in their family, that if she tells who it has been, it will blow up the family of relationships. And she doesn't want to ruin someone else's view of this person.
But why? Why would you protect them?
I can't answer that. I don't know.
Actually, Todd and I had a conversation about this, and he made a good point. He said, and again, I have no idea. We have no idea. He did say, if it's someone close to her, a brother or a dad, she probably knows and loves her brother and dad as her brother or dad. Or say it's her dad. She probably knows and loves him as her dad and knows that side of him. But then her dad also has this dark side. So she may see it separately. So she's protecting the side that she loves, which is her dad.
But let's just say we're going with that scenario that it's her dad. Don't you think she's also protecting her mom so that her mom's view doesn't change of her spouse? Because if you found out that your spouse was abusing your child, that would ruin your entire world. Yeah, so I feel like she's protecting her family.
She is. Yeah, she is. It's just hard. It's hard for me, who's never experienced something like this, to understand. Like, I am like, dirtbag, put him in prison. Like, you know what I'm saying? From an outside perspective, that's easy for me to say. But
it's so sad because she says she feels a lot of guilt about what happened. And that's sad because she's holding on to something that is not her fault whatsoever.
Not her fault at all. I know.
That's why she needs to keep going through therapy and like really work through this. And she's also feeling guilt about not telling Jace who it is. And so...
Well, no, I think Jace knows because they bleep it out. In that conversation, they were bleeping out who it was.
Well, so maybe she means by, I also feel guilty for not telling Jace maybe details.
Probably
about
details.
What's fully taken place.
Yeah. No,
So
Jace,
maybe...
I think Jace is pretty in the dark on what's happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel for her because I'm like, I want her to like get through this and like come out on the other side stronger, you know? And then it basically ends with Taylor calling her sister to tell her about Dakota.
Yeah, she's headed to Jimmy Kimmel. She's upset about the timing because she's like, now I have to go on with press for the next couple of days.
Well, it's like the biggest week of her career that she's headed into, and she just found out the news about Dakota. So it is heartbreaking. It was interesting, though, that her therapist called her and said, hey, I want to make sure you're okay. Dakota's going to be sharing some news. Did you catch that? Her therapist called her and told her that. And then Taylor called Dakota and was like, just tell me. And he was like, no. And she's like, I'm either going to like turn around and not go to this biggest week of my life, or you're going to tell me. And then Dakota ends up telling her.
Well, wasn't it Aspen, her sister?
Well, she was talking to Aspen, her sister, on the phone, telling her about it.
Her therapist? How would her therapist know?
I don't know if they're going to the same therapist. I don't know. That's why I thought it was interesting.
Well, yeah, but there is like if you're in therapy, there's
you're not supposed to. That's why I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I have to go back and watch it. But she said to her sister, my therapist called me and wanted to make sure I was okay because Dakota was going to be sharing some news with me. And the therapist didn't tell her what it was. So then Taylor says, then I called Dakota and said, just tell me. And Dakota's like, well, I don't want to mess up your week. And she was like, well, I'm either going to turn the car around and not go, or you're going to tell me. And so Dakota ends up telling her. But I was like, that's odd that
I don't know how her therapist would know. But Taylor's just basically saying, like, this is not mendable. I will never consider Dakota again, which...
She should not. Please, Taylor.
No.
Please. No. Do not.
And she's just really upset. Like, how did you do this? How did you do this to my family? He literally goes with whatever is in front of him.
Thinking with his dick and not his head. That's exactly what it is.
Yes. It's so sad.
It is so sad. I feel bad for Taylor. She freaking better not go back to him.
No, I don't think she can.
Feral friends, that's a wrap on today's episode.
If you loved hanging out with us, make sure you hit that follow button. New episodes drop every Tuesday. Until next time.
Thanks for listening to First and Feral, Utah Unfiltered. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay a little feral.